Hey everybody, my name is Matthew Hunt. I'm the owner of Boone'sOverstock.com, and also we have some record labels. We have Bombworks Records and Retroactive Records, Brutal Planet Records, and we don't do much with Born Twice Records, but we also have that. But a lot of you follow me on Facebook and under Matthew Boone Hunt. That's my Facebook profile. And I wanted to start doing some videos to share some of the cool releases that we put out and give you some insight into what some of these are about, and know that I love them. Like, if it comes out on our label, I like them. I love them. I want people to know about these releases, and so that's why I decided to go ahead and start recording some things on YouTube. And so the first band that I wanted to share with you today is a band called Deny the Fallen. I don't know. There you go. I don't know. It seems to be backwards. I don't know how to change that. Anyway, it's Deny the Fallen, and the title of the album is Symptoms of Eternity, and I'm going to play some of that for you right now. It's a pretty cool album. It actually features Oz Fox on one track from Striper, but the most important thing is that it also features Jonathan Johnson from Sacred Warrior fame. He's also in the band Godman, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And it includes Ray Para from Sacred Warrior. So both Ray Para and Jonathan were in Sacred Warrior. Actually, the two of them only worked together on one Sacred Warrior album. It was the Obsessions album. But Jonathan and Ray are amazing musicians. Can you hear that? Ray sings with a little bit of a lower register. He can get a little meaner in there. He shows some diversity. Jonathan's guitar work is just ripping. It's going to melt your face. This track is called Oblivion. It comes with a booklet in a jewel case. If you notice, if you followed Retroactive Records, which is where this came out on, it came out on Retroactive Records, and years ago we used to do a lot of digipacks, but we don't like them anymore because they are easily damaged, and when they get damaged you can't fix them. But with Deny the Fallen, Symptoms of Eternity album that came out on Retroactive Records, it has an 8-page booklet that's in it with the lyrics. Nice picture of the band there. John Cassano did the actual artwork. Scott Waters from No Life Till Metal did the layout. Trying not to get a reflection in there. Sorry about that. So this is Oblivion. You can hear the ripping metal guitars on there. It definitely has elements of Sacred Warrior, Deliverance, can hear those powerful vocals. It's time changes. This is complex metal, but it's got melody and power. All right, the next song is called Hands, or the next song that we're going to listen to is the third song called Hands for War. And Hands for War does include Oz Fox from Stryper on it. Oh, this is good. You can hear that. This is powerful stuff. Featuring Oz Fox from Stryper on guitar as a guest. Jonathan, in and of himself, though, he destroys on this album. You can find the band on Facebook too, Deny the Fallen Band. It's a fantastic album. If you like bands like Deliverance and Sacred Warrior, if you like Queensryche, if you like just amazing heavy metal with really good guitar work, very creative vocal performances, this is it. And this is a Christian band, and they sell a lot of CDs in the Christian market. The band did put out 200, I believe they were CDR copies. They got out, and then we, Retroactive Records and Jonathan, developed a good working relationship. And so we started talking to them about making the album available again. So these were professionally manufactured CDs. They're not CDRs. Hear that Oz Fox stuff going on there. It's good. But this is a great album. Deny the Fallen, Symptoms of Eternity. You can find it at boonsoverstock.com. You can find it on eBay. You can find it on Amazon.com. If you're over in Europe, Underground Power has them in stock as well. And if not now, down the road soon, Nordic Mission will have it in Norway as well. All right. We're going to move on to the next band, and it's actually a related band because we're friends with Jonathan Johnson and have such a high respect for his musicianship, the quality of the work that he does, and like him so much, we want to be supportive of him. And Jonathan reached out to me and said, hey, we've got a new album called Godman, and the title is called Hypostatic Union. So Godman and Hypostatic Union, and he said, well, it's heavier. He said it's heavier than Deny the Fallen. Now, I will say that if you like Deny the Fallen, you're probably going to like Godman. But he was right. Godman is more aggressive than Deny the Fallen is, and it doesn't have the melodic vocals the way that Ray Parra performed on Deny the Fallen. These vocals are more in the vein of like Believer. In fact, I let a guy listen to the first track, and I said, hey, this has a famous guy playing on it. And I said, listen to this track, and he was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's Kurt Bachman from Believer, but it's not. It's actually Jonathan Johnson. He's singing on this album, Godman, and Godman also features the incomparable Tiago James De Sousa. I hope I said his name right. He's also on Retroactive Records. He's in a band called Perpetual Paranoia, which we will be doing some reviews of their CDs down the road as well, because we put out 2 Perpetual Paranoia on Retroactive Records. But Jonathan and Tiago teamed up for Godman, and I am telling you, I mean, Jonathan is a monster guitar player. I'm telling you, Tiago is one of my all-time favorite guitar players. He is so creative. It's like a jazz musician that's been given a powerful weapon, and that's his guitar. That's what Tiago does. And you don't know, just like in jazz, where it's just this spontaneous feel to it. And Tiago is that kind of an axeman, and that gives Godman a real distinct feel to it. And Jonathan just does a phenomenal job on vocals, and this is also in a jewel case, so you can take a look at the back of that there. It's on Bombworks Records, and we reserve Bombworks Records for our releases that are of the heavier nature. A lot of death metal, thrash, stuff like that. I don't even know how to describe Godman. It's there's Jonathan right there, Jonathan Johnson, who was in Sacred Warrior. We've got Tiago right there, who's in Perpetual Paranoia. I believe that Tiago is also in Biogenesis now. These are really nice inserts. Also, John Cassano did the actual artwork, but Scott Waters did the layout. So we're real proud of how these came out. Appreciate John for all his efforts in helping the band. So again, we, instead of an 8-page layout like Deny the Fallen, this one I believe is a 12-page. So lyrics are easily readable. It's got thanks on the back of it, so it's like pretty cool. And underneath the CD, you get to see that. Just so you get to see the Deny the Fallen. That's the CD face for Deny the Fallen. And I'll show you the CD face of the Godman CD right there. I'm really happy with how the CD faces came out. The colors pop on those really well. So Godman, how do you describe them? I don't know. If you've ever heard Shadows Fall, that's a good band to compare it to. If you've heard Perpetual Paranoia, that's another good band to compare it to. Man, it's just Believer. I mean, the vocals are dead on Believer with that thrash, that aggressive sound that you can actually hear. But these songs have hooks and they're melodic. But man, some of them are just heavy as stink metal. And so we're going to listen to a little bit of it here. This song is called Reset. Reset is probably the most commercial song on the album. Not a bad one to start off with. Hear how creative that drumming is. The guitars, this isn't metal by numbers. This isn't a copycat band. This song is called Reset by the band Godman on Bombworks Records. Yeah, this band is super good. In fact, Bombworks hasn't put out a brand new release in so long that I can't tell you the last brand new release that we put out was. It might have been, I don't know, the last one I remember was Seventh Angels. Oh, no. I think it was 2015 we put out Holy Blood. Holy Blood. Yeah. That was the last brand new release we put out. And so for us to actually hear Godman, I wanted to be part of a release that was special like this. Especially with Tiago and Jonathan involved. I want to be supportive of the projects that they do. We build a good relationship with them. All right. That's reset. Let's go to End of My Days, which is another one of my favorites. Track 7. Oh, yeah. Hear that guitar work? Oh, my gosh. This is some powerful stuff. You hear what I mean? Like, it's hard to compare the band to any particular band. Godman has their own sound. Flurry of metal. So you can pick up Deny the Fallen and Godman at boonesoverstock.com. You can get it on, you can hear other tracks on YouTube. You can find it on Amazon.com, eBay, and soon you'll be able to get it in Europe from NordicMission.com. So, Jimmy Brown from Deliverance did a whole write-up on how amazing the Godman album was and how he doesn't usually like modern metal albums, but he loves Godman. So, well, that's about all I have for today, friends, but I'll be posting videos and stuff in the future, and so if you don't mind sharing, or head to boonesoverstock.com and pick up both of these CDs, be supportive of these great bands and creative heavy metal. That'd be fantastic. So have a great day.